Well, here I am, chilling in a caravan. I think I can safely say I don't think I've ever stayed in a caravan before. I've come away with the girls, we're on our sort of annual summer family holiday. So, you've guessed it, yes, I'm away on a family holiday with the girls, but of course I've managed to incorporate some fishing into it too. Right, where were we? So yeah, come on holiday with the girls and we're staying at the amazing Bearley Lakes. Never even really heard of the place before, and it wasn't until Colin Davison mentioned it to me and said, look, this place is perfect for you and the family to come and have a breakaway. Beautiful countryside, peaceful, quiet, and there's some cracking fish to be caught. So with a bit of sweet talking to Chloe explaining, yes, I know it's a family holiday, but if we could just do a little bit of fishing along the way, it was agreed that we come down here.
Who are we? I spit a faction in the jungle army. Taking the rhythm track and ride it out just like a Harley. We're holding up on opposition, it's the Carp. Sonic tsunami, we jungle is soldiers on safari. Tearing up on the intro to the finale. Hanging to get out. This one is blazing, it's like I got it started. There are people who truly know the ways to rock.
So we arrived late on the sort of Saturday evening after quite a long drive down here because of sort of all the holiday traffic, and we were met by David and Jules, who look after and run the fishery, and it's an absolute credit to them. The lake we're fishing is available on a sort of weekly exclusive booking basis, and it comes with this amazing caravan. So yeah, couldn't help myself, got here, got the girls to bed, gave them a little bit of tea and cracked straight on with the fishing, and immediately started to catch some nice fish off the surface. Ah, lovely for these girls. Well, lost one probably 10 minutes ago, really heavily scaled fish. And they sort of disappeared, but there was one beautiful orange carp just milling around in the edge, and yeah, I managed to catch him. He's only little, but he's absolutely stunning. What a lovely way to start our first evening here at Bearley Fisheries. Certainly no monster, lost a much better fish sort of 10 minutes early, really scaly mirror, but yeah, made up with this one. Apparently there's only sort of 6 colourful ones of this sort of size in here, so nice to get one of these already. What a beautiful carp on a lovely evening. The night passed quite quietly, didn't sort of fish that night, but again got up very, very early in the morning before the girls awoke and done a little bit more fishing, catching a few more amazing carp, and then we headed off out for the day fairy hunting. There's a local wood, basically to fill you in. As I said, we're in Somerset, 2 minutes up the road is Yeovil. It's a really, really beautiful part of the British countryside, and yeah, off we went to go and hunt fairies. Now, for you guys watching it, I know they don't exist, but for my 1 and 2 year old, they mean everything to them. So we went to this amazing wood called Wayford Woods, and there was no fairies to be found. Sadly, all the fairy doors had been removed because it was bringing too much traffic to the area. But what did we find? The most idyllic lake. Honestly, if you could have painted a more carpy looking lake, this was it. It was covered in lily pads, covered in weed, and it just looked amazing. So done a quick lap of that, couldn't find any carp, but what we did find were lots of beautiful goldenrod. Quickly went back to the motor, didn't really have the gear for it, but found a light spinning rod, a little float, and some, of all things, pain chocolates, and gave Maya the rod, and she went about catching her first ever fish all on her own. She's only 2, man, so it was a really special moment for me and Chloe. Said goodbye to that place, came back and did a bit more fishing. Basically, this is a reoccurring theme here, because as the days have gone on, we've gone out for a family day, a big long day, first thing in the morning till last thing at night, but as soon as I get home, I get the rods back out. The next day we went to see Peppa Pig, and also to the Lost Kingdom, where we met lots of dinosaurs. Again, that was really, really cool. Didn't really get to do any fishing during the day there, but I did find some pretty impressive carp in Poulton's sort of theme park, including one amazing sort of orangey black big linear. Yeah, half tempted to go back out to the motor and grab a spool of zinc fly and a hook, but I refrained, knowing full well I was coming back here and I could do a bit more fishing in the evening. The next day, where did we go? We went and had a beach day, went down to Lyme Regis, which is a really beautiful part of the Devonshire countryside. Had a lovely day on the beach, building sandcastles and swimming, and again got a sort of lure rod out to try and do a little bit of LRF in the harbour, but only managed to catch a crab, and that was sort of just in 10 minutes while we were having fish and chips. Back here again, load more fish in, clocking up more fish. The next morning, got up, got the fly rod out, because although I'd caught lots and lots of fish on the sawn off and on the sort of 9-foot scopes on basic floater fishing and over depth zig tactics, I felt I really wanted to, you know, push the boat out and catch on a different tactic. So a load more riser pellet out, and yeah, managed to catch a nice 20-pound mirror off the top, which Maya helped me net. That afternoon we went out to do a bit of horse riding with Colin Davison. He lives locally, went and saw his family. Brilliant time. Come back, did some more fishing, which took us up to today really. We went up to Weston-super-Mare, had the morning in an amazing swimming pool, went back down to the beach again, and then headed back over here where I've been amazingly joined by Carl and Alex to sit down and have a lovely Chinese. So it was never my You're gonna have to leave the room. You're gonna have to leave the room. You're getting filmed now yourself, Chloe. You're actually the comedy act. Like, get that camera on her. Look. Leave the room. Go and take a nice brisk cold walk around the lake and calm down. Right.
Action.
So the reason I've ended up ringing Carl and Alex is because I just didn't want to let this opportunity go by. Chloe and I have documented it ourselves on a little video camera and a GoPro and stuff, and you know, we've taken some nice pictures, but I really wanted to do the place justice. I didn't know what it was going to be like when I turned up here. I certainly hadn't booked these guys to come down and see me. So the boys are here, we're going to get up bright and early and we're going to go and attack this lake. It's going to be my first full day on it. And I'm not going to lie, there's 2 orange koi I really want to catch. I've seen them, not every day, but most days. They are cute to the nth degree. Like, they'll only take a mixer right next to the sedges. So just giving myself a few hours tomorrow to try and catch these amazing fish, you know, would really cap off what has been a remarkably brilliant week. Well, another excellent night's fishing. Caught some stunning fish, including a couple just on first light this morning, and then about 5 minutes ago I caught one of the amazing koi that reside in here. There's only a handful in here, it's only little, but it is a perfect zip linear and it's truly stunning. Can't wait to get it out and have a proper look at it and then get on with my proper day's fishing down here. Wow, what an incredible carp. Proper buzzing when I see this one at the surface. For sure it's not massive, but they don't have to be. Anyway, it's time to go and actually get on with my day's fishing now. I'm going to try and catch a bigger brother or sister. Look, Maya, come and look. Come and look. Look at what colour it is. What colour's that?
Orange.
It is orange, it's bright orange. Have you ever seen a carp that colour?
Yeah.
Have you? Would you like to give him a little kiss before he goes back?
Yeah.
Come near around here then. Say love you, Carp.
Love you, Carp.
Shall we put him back?
Yeah.
Come on then. As I keep saying, such stunning carp, all special and unique. Not monsters yet, but for sure, these fish are going to get massive in here. Well as a fantastic fishing lake and the awesome caravan, I've even got my own little fishing den with a bait freezer. Yeah, proper cotch. Well, we were just about to sit and run through my tactics for the week when another rod's gone. Just while I'm playing this fishing, I'll just explain quickly a little bit about the lake itself. It's a very young lake, doesn't look it, but it's only sort of 3 years old. The fish are the same, young, fast growing carp. It's clay lined, but there's quite a lot of silty areas out in the middle or at the bottom of the marginal shelves. As you can see, very reed fringed, decent depth to the margin, which is quite unusual. You've got about 4 foot just off the rushes. Big island, which makes for lots of lovely bays, nooks and crannies. The odd bed of lily, yeah, it's your typical sort of young, almost day ticket style lake with some stunning fish inside it. Wow! Sorry guys, should we actually get on and do this filming? Come on. Well, as you can probably have gathered by now, I've caught quite some amount of fish this week, and Chloe and the girls, it's been great. So the sort of main tactics I've been using over the course of the stay, I've chopped and changed and tried everything really, but I've whittled it down to one basic simple approach, and this is the sort of approach you could take anywhere like this. It basically revolves around the use of a lead clip. It's a really simple way of fixing on the weight onto your line. I've been using 2 different types of lead. One is a tractor style lead, which looks like this. It's got lots of dimples around it, and this I've been using almost like a method feeder. I've been scalding up some pellet and some flake boilies and loads of goodness, and it allows me to bind that round there and create a method feeder. With this particular lead setup, I've been using a very short hook link, piece of armour link, down to a little size 8 fang twister hook and a piece of fake sweet corn that's been heavily soaked in the sweet corn liquid extract. That's done me an awful lot of bites. I can then take this lead off, for example, and put on a long ranger lead for when I'm fishing in the silt. I've been doing some of my fishing at the bottom of the marginal shelf. There's some quite deep silt there, I'd say a good 6, 8, 10 inches deep. That hopefully will go down into the silt and plug and lock like so. And the rig I've been using with that is probably twice the length of the method feeder rig, and that's a little pop-up rig there with a size 8 Fang X hook, fish basically swiveling rig style or Ronnie rig style, and a little 10mm citrus pop-up. Again, I've chopped and changed between different pop-ups, but this has done me more bites than everything. Again, just sparsely feeding over the top of that some little 10mm baits. And the final rig I've been using with this lead setup is a fixed zig rig. I can just fix my light mono onto there, fish it with a tiny little zig link just to prevent any tangles, and I've been fishing those over depth on the surface or just underneath the surface and feeding the 11mm slicker floaters over the top. They absolutely love a floater in here, and again I've had a number of fish like that. So they're the 3 tactics I'm going to be covering today and hopefully catch a few more fish. I'm going to go and mix some bait up now, go and prepare some floaters and basically head round there and at last go and do a day session fishing at this amazing place. We're going to make some bait.
Does it go in there, the plate?
That's it, give it a good squeeze in here. Let's put some of these nice pellets in there. And here, look, we've got all different sizes and colours and types of pellet. That's it. The fish really like these. They are a little bit squishy. Go on Fernie, get in there, give it a big stir.
Oh, messy!
It's always, making bait's always messy. That's it, stir it all up. That's it. Good mix.
Me too.
I'll give it a good mix. Give your hands a clean on the towel. Do you like sweet corn?
Yeah.
You love sweet corn, don't you? Well, the fish also love sweet corn. There we go. So smell that. Wow. Wow. You pour that one in. Really carefully, in there. Good girl. You pour that one in, Fern. So, This is the special ball maker. And what you do, imagine it's Play-Doh, we'll try later on with Play-Doh. You take some and you put it in here until it's filled right to the top, like that.
And then make Play-Doh.
Then you take this part and you put it in here and you give it a big squeeze. And you push this button, watch what happens. Vern's got a perfect ball.
Oh, wow.
That is amazing, isn't it? Would you like to have a go, Maya?
Yeah.
Squeeze. Wow. Hold them up and show Alex what you made. Look. Well done. Fish food balls. Right, that's it, guys. They've been a massive help. Couldn't have done it without them, to be fair. Let's go fishing.
So much. Yeah, you're right.
Maya, do you want to get this fish? Quickly, quickly, come and get this carp. Look, quick, quick. Remember the reeling from the other day? Yeah. Right, hold on to it in between your legs. You caught it. We did it together. High five.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
You're going to have to use big, strong arms.
How clever are you?
Boys, let's go backwards.
Look, we both
Mummy
got
and Daddy,
orange
Mummy and
ones.
Baby one.
And how fantastic are they?
I got a big one and you got a little.
Oh, your one's bigger than mine, is it?
Yeah.
You're probably right, sweetheart.
Maybe you want to too.
Give him a kiss, Ian. I knew you wanted to give him a kiss.
Yeah.
They're such fantastic carp, aren't they?
Yeah.
Should we put them back then?
Yeah.
Back in their home? Say bye-bye, carp.
Bye-bye, Carp. Where's my crystal? Go where? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, fish. See you another year.
See you another year.
Well, I've come round to this sort of part of the lake. It's the only area I haven't fished since I've been here. The lake can be described as a triangle. I've fished these two banks, but I haven't fished this bank here. Out in the middle, you've got an island. And yeah, I'm going to concentrate around here. Like a lot of these situations where people have got a caravan or luxury accommodation or the car park swim, that's where people naturally fish and they avoid these sorts of areas. So although the lake's small, I do believe a lot of the better fish are hanging out around here where it's been quiet since we've been here. So without further ado, going to get some floaters out there, prime a few margin areas, flick a few 10 millers out in the silt, hopefully get a few fish grubbing around and catch a few more fish before the holiday's out. Well, I've already put some riser pellets out there. That's to draw the rud up onto the surface and create a bit of interest and activity. And along with that, some mixers and 11mm crustacean floaters. Straight away, there's a couple of fish come up taking. It's not going to be easy. There's quite a big crosswind coming down this channel, but I'm confident if I give them a little bit of time, get their confidence up, I can catch some off the top. In the meantime, I'm going to get my method mix out there. This is what me and the girls knocked up earlier. So taking just a little bit and squeezing it round the tractor lead. That'll all bind in there, lovely. And as you can see, there's bits of sweet corn, some boilie, some 6mm pellet, some smaller pellet. All of that will start to slowly break down. Obviously a lot quicker if the fish come in and start knocking and munching on it. Then I'm going to take my short hook link and just wrap it round it once, like so. Pull it into it a little bit, give it another squeeze, and then just right at the base where my actual hook is, I'm going to take some of the fine mix, like that, and just squeeze that on there just to finish it all off. That'll break down a lot quicker than the main mix, but most importantly, it'll protect my hook point. Always helps if you can bounce them off the edge and into the exact spot. Well, I've got 3 rods out. They've all gone out really, really well. I'm pretty confident that if I could just sit on my hands long enough, I'd get a bite. Conditions are favourable for bottom bait feeding. It's dull, it's overcast, it's quite moody in fact, but the temperatures are high, you know, they should be down grubbing around looking for munch. I've given them some really nice grub, an appropriate rig for the situation, but I can't help myself. There's about 4 fish, very sparsely taking floaters. As I said when I got here, I've been drifting them down that sort of slack area of wind close to the island, and yeah, they are gingerly coming up and taking the odd one, and I can't refrain. Like, when I see them like that, I've got to fish for them. So I'm going to whip one of these rods in. It's a bit of a Russian roulette really, because I all think they could potentially go, so I'm just probably going to grab this one because it's closest to me, and I'm going to get out there and do a bit of float fishing. Again, the float fishing, I'm keeping it nice and simple. You'll notice with all the fishing that I've been doing, I'm using short rods, 6-foot rods. Very uncommon, I know, quite laughable I'd have thought to a lot of people, but when you're in situations like this, you're fishing close to islands, little overhangs, 9 foot's too long, you know, let alone 12 foot. So yeah, I feel personally I'm using appropriate rods for the situation. Here's 2 little sawn-offs. I've got a small controller on one, not appropriate to fish with a bigger bolt machine, it's just too short a cast, so a little diddy controller, and the other one is just a simple free lining tactic. And both of these over the course of the evenings when we've been coming back from our days out have caught me an awful lot of fish. Hook bait wise, I'm actually using a pop-up. I had been using the soft hookable floaters, but the bites aren't coming quite quickly, and you need to try and keep the bait out there for quite a long period of time, or as long as you possibly can. So I'm using pop-ups, they stay on that little bit better for long durations. Scopex squid ones, quite similar in coloration to the freebies, but both are soaked in the sort of Scopex glug and dusted off with a bit of stick mix. And again, well, this was a brand new pot, and you can see how many I've got left. They've really got through them in the course of the week. Anyway, going to do a bit more feeding, whip this rod in and try and catch one. Well, I haven't actually reeled that rod in yet. There is a few fish coming up, but the weather's definitely getting worse out here. It's becoming more windy, the rain started. I'm not giving up yet. I really want to catch one off the top. Yeah, I'm going to keep trickling those floaters in. Please don't have a torrential downpour yet. Result! What another amazing carp. They really are so unique and different. I know they're small, but I've so enjoyed catching these fish. Yeah, a real character. It's got almost a blue colour to it, some real yellow down here, a bit of pinky orange in its fins. Its fins look a little bit small and withered, and its tail, what a tail, what a carp. Yeah, tiny little pink citrus just at the bottom of the drop off in the silt. I'll probably put about 30 freebies around it. Hello?
You want to see a fish?
Yeah? Well, one of the guys fishing the lake next door shouted across to me. He said he's got something really special. I'm going to check it out. Well done you, mate. What a fantastic fish. What a carp. We've got to find another week next year. This opens in May to the sort of general public for exclusive lake hire, and I'm coming back for a go. Well done you. What a special carp. Well, I've been pinging baits out now, little pouches to riser pellet, 11mm floaters, dog biscuits for a good hour and a half. The weather's all over the place, the wind keeps changing direction, we've had a bit of rain, and it's generally quite cold today, bearing in mind it's, you know, back end of July, we're probably in the upper teens. Certainly not floater weather, but I have persevered. I don't want to give up because I have managed to get a few fish taken. I said to the boys, I will get one off the top. They were like, no, the weather's too bad. I said, look, I will. So I really want to stick at it now and try and make it happen. I think the best thing for me to do is leave this area alone. There's been a couple of people come to see us. The lad's been up and down filming. I'm using excuses now, but I think we sort of pushed the fish out of the area, and the ones that were a little bit confident have now disappeared. So yeah, reel the rods in and give it one last hour, I think. We're due some really bad rain this afternoon. The lads have got a big drive home. We need to get packed up and get the caravan all tidied up and the site looking tidy, ready for the next sort of customers next week. So yeah, another hour and then I think we'll draw things to a close. What just happened? It's been a grueling hour and a half. The weather turned mega miserable. I was lucky enough to catch one on a little 10mm citrus, but to be fair, things were looking so grim. Came round here, again a little bit of a lee in the wind. Got the odd fish very cautiously taking mixers, including this big orange koi that I've tried for every day to catch. He only takes a bait unless you get the cast 100% bang on. I've not been lucky enough to do that until now. And yeah, I've got him on the end. I've got him on the end. No, really. Yes, yes, yes. Well, what a way to end an awesome family holiday. As I said at the start of the piece, it was never about the fishing, it was about coming away with the girls and having lots of family time, and that's exactly what we've done. But to squeeze in an hour or two there, the odd overnighter, it has been fantastic, and yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. When I arrived, this was my target fish. Dave and Jules, the owners, said to me, there's a couple of particularly large koi in here, and immediately that's what I wanted to catch, and it's taken me the week to do it. Yeah, proper made up, little 12mm Scopex squid pop up on a simple controller setup, cast very tight to the sedges on the island, and yeah, result, brilliant. What an amazing way to end a fantastic family holiday. You gonna come in and see it, Maya, Fern? Pick it up, say cheese! What an awesome week, an incredible place, a banging carp. I love fishing, and to be able to do it with my family, best thing in the world.